Hello and welcome to MBC News, a show about global news happening reported right from Manhasset. I'm Liliana Espinal.
And I'm Alexia Mellis. Remember the weather being like 70 degrees in the middle of October? You have climate change to thank. An ongoing concern, climate change has caused strange changes in our weather by increasing the strength of hurricanes, making it rain more and snow less. Climate change is changing our definition of normal weather. Let's go to Adriana Chan for a report about the valuable insight on the relationship between climate change and hurricanes.
Climate change has been a roaring issue in the world since the 1980s and earlier. Every year, millions of lives are changed due to the impact of climate change and its correlation to hurricanes. We went to Ms. Tadlock to talk more about this.
What you need to understand is that climate change really has to do with how much energy is in the atmosphere. The more energy that's in the atmosphere, what that's going to cause overall is the temperatures to be warmer. Not to be confused, people do confuse climate change and global warming. Yes, the energy in the atmosphere overall is getting higher, so the temperatures are getting higher. But because climate is related to temperature and moisture, some places are going to get colder, believe it or not. Some places are going to get warmer, some places are going to get drier, some places are going to get wetter. But if we're talking specifically about the connection to hurricanes, when you have more energy in the atmosphere, you're going to have more energy and higher temperatures near the surface, which is going to impact the temperature of the ocean. If the ocean is warmer, what that's going to lead to is a greater source of fuel for hurricanes, because hurricanes need warm water. And if the water is warmer, like we saw in Florida this summer, you are going to get stronger hurricanes as a result. When you take a look at coastal regions, a lot of our coastal regions are very low-lying areas because we live on a coastal plain. When you have stronger hurricanes, you have faster winds. Faster winds mean bigger storm surge. Now that's the water pushing the storm towards the land. During Sandy, we saw significant flooding on the south shore of Long Island related to the storm surge. As storms get bigger, all up and down the eastern seaboard, you will see more flooding of the low-lying areas. What you will also see is stronger hurricanes means stronger winds. Stronger winds means more damage to tree branches, which could lead to greater power outages. The easiest way to decrease our impact on the overall changing of the climate is to modify our use of fossil fuels to try to decrease carbon emissions into the atmosphere. That's really the easiest way to do it. Your little impact can have a change, but the more people are conscious of their use of fossil fuels, especially for electricity or for, carpooling, the more mindful you are of your use of fossil fuels, the less of an overall impact we will have, which in the long run will be much more beneficial to the environment.
Thank you, Ms. Tadlock, for that insightful advice. Due to the effects of global warming, warm ocean waters have posed many dangers to society. As sea surface temperatures increase, this product of global warming has provided the fuel for some of these hurricanes and cyclones. So while hurricanes cannot be stopped completely, they can be minimized with the right actions, organizations, and even government assistance, so that the impact isn't detrimental to human lives.
Thanks, Adriana. Have you ever heard of Temu? Known for being a widely used online marketplace app, this company is facing a significant class action lawsuit for, you guessed it, wiretapping users' devices.
Popular online marketplace app Temu, owned by PPD Holdings, is facing a class action lawsuit for wiretapping users' devices. The lawsuit claims that Temu's in-app web browser secretly tracks users and collects data without their knowledge or consent. The data includes names, messages, emails, credit card, or banking information, biometric data, photos, and videos. This lawsuit would reward all users who use Temu. According to the filing, Temu's tracking activities are a violation of federal wiretap laws and unlawfully intrude on users' privacy. At the expense of these customers, Temu has reaped substantial profits from its alleged wiretapping practice, as the data the company collects helps it develop more targeted marketing, the lawsuit claimed. The lawsuit goes on to say that the shopping app contains malicious software or malware that is able to avoid detection by a user's phone, and sends the file from their device to its own servers with little or no encryption.
In political news, on October 25th, 2023, Congressman Mike Johnson of Louisiana was voted Speaker of the House. This position plays a crucial role in the functioning of the United States Congress and is an important part of our government. Let's go to Lucine Siemisian for a report on this new election.
On October 25th, 2023, Congressman Mike Johnson was elected Speaker of the House.
The history of having the Speaker of the House dates back to the creation of the outline of the newly democratic nation of the United States after separation from Britain. The Constitution made Congress split into the Senate and the House of Representatives. According to Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution, the Speaker of the House is the leader of the House of Representatives. Since October 3rd, the House has been a complete mess with the oust of Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. There was a 3-week deadlock of going back and forth between nominees, which left Congress with no leadership. Finally, the fourth nominee, Mike Johnson, was brought to Congress's attention. Mr. Johnson's background includes working as a lawyer and being the former chairman of the Republican Study Committee. He also served on former President Trump's impeachment defense team. Johnson is a strong advocate for keeping U.S. interests as a priority compared to other worldwide issues. Finally, a secret ballot vote was held on Tuesday, October 24th, where Johnson won with an overwhelming number of 128 votes, beating out Representative Brian Donalds of Florida.
Hopefully, with the new speaker, the U.S. will really be able to be proactive on these current situations. Now back to the studio.
That's all for today's episode. I'm Liliana Espinal.
And I'm Alexia Mellis. Thank you for watching. Stay classy, Manhasset.